Urong-sulong ka, bakit ka ganyan? Bakit ngayon ka lang? Araw-gabi, nasa isip ka, napapaginipan ka, kahit san magpunta. Punta na po tayo sa ating mga special guest ngayon, ang Asian Songbird, at saka po the songwriter Ogie Alcasid, at saka po si Regine Velasquez. Huwag po kayong alis, alam ko excited na po kayo. Sandali lang po. Urong-sulong ka, bakit ka? Mga kapatid, alam ko naghihintay na kayo at huwag na tayong patumpik-tumpik pa sapagkat pati ako ay excited na. Naku, talagang hinabol ko to. Talagang... Alright, anyway mga kaibigan, ang ating mga guests ngayon, si Ogie at saka si Regine. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, Regine at Ogie. Kamusta na kayo?
Oh, okay naman. Meron kaming lunar eclipse dito. Kaya gabi na pero mukhang araw pa rin.
Hindi, malakas lang yung ilaw ng kapitbahay.
Talaga, may backlight kayo dyan na malakas talaga. How are you doing sa pandemic na ngayon? How are you doing?
You know, madalas yung tanungin sa amin. It's kind of hard to answer that in just with one word or isang sentence. No? But I would say we are still blessed. We're still blessed despite the many things na nangyari po sa amin during this pandemic. And I think we share the same experience that I guess everybody has. So we're just keeping the faith and just living day by day by the grace of God and just trying to be thankful for everything. I guess that's how I can summarize.
Ang ganda naman.
Summarize na yun, ang haba.
Kasi
Summary na ba yun?
Ang dami kasing nangyari talaga.
Oo nga eh.
Hindi, pero sa tagal kasi na, you know, we're so used to working, we're so used to going out of the house, you know, like me, to do my grocery and all that, and none of that I can do anymore. So, habang nung umpisa kasi, parang nagkaroon ako ng konting anxiety, right? And then we got used to, you know, the new normal. And then for some reason nowadays, I'm okay, I'm used to it na, pero once in a while, meron konting anxiety pa rin. Ikaw, nagkakaroon ka ng, di ba na-anxious ka a lot of times. Lately, parang nararamdaman na naman ulit namin yung pagka-anxious. I don't know. I
think it's just cabin fever,
yeah,
to be honest.
bumabalik ka ulit doon.
Oo, lahat naman
Nandito tayo sa loob ng bahay.
Yes, lahat naman tayo.
So, I was going to say, pare-pareho lang po tayo. So,
talagang ito na ang new normal.
Dasal lang talaga.
Tama.
Yes po.
Yeah.
Yes po. That's true.
Hopefully, it's not gonna be forever.
Yep. I hope so. Alam mo, I have to thank both of you. Talagang it's a pleasure and it's a joy for all of us here na makasama talaga kayong dalawa. And I'd also like to thank especially Madam Cory Vidanes sapagkat ang dali niyang pinayagan ako nung sinulatan ko lang siya. Sabi niya sa akin, of course, Team Mel. So maraming salamat sa inyo, Madam Cory. Alam mo, Regine at saka Ogie, meron kaming dynamite question parate. Our first dynamite question. Okay, are you ready?
Nasistress
Sure.
ako.
Huwag ka ma-stress, Regine. Alam mo,
Dynamite, parang BTS. Go ahead, Dean Mel.
okay, alright, okay. Kung napanood yung intro ko, I was talking about tandem, no? Mga tandem, and nawala yan sa ating larangan ng sining, no? Hindi na natin masyado ngayon makikita yung talagang parang lasting tandem. Kaya ngayon, ang sabi ng karamihan, that both of you, kayong dalawa, are pop royalty. And probably could be considered the greatest husband and wife team ever
Wow.
in Philippine singing history. I'm not kidding. Who else? Wala na kayong makikita, di ba? And you are already creating a trail by yourselves. Anong masasabi mo dyan? O, unahin natin
Pero,
kayong dalawa.
Ako,
What can
feeling
you
ko,
say?
Feeling, parang mas ano yung sina Perla Adea tsaka sina Romy Malyari.
Oo.
Hindi yata kilala ng iba yun.
Oo nga. O, panahon
nagbibiro
ko
lang
yun.
ako.
pero ano masasabi niyo dyan? It's really, alam niyo, totoo yun eh. Before, what can you say about that?
Wow.
First of all, thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's very flattering for
I'm
us to
totally
hear.
unaware of it.
I've never heard of it also.
I've never heard of that.
You heard it first here. Kaya nga dynamite question.
Yeah.
Oo nga naman.
Obviously, I share my wife's sentiment that it's very flattering. Many times it's a little embarrassing because ewan ko, hindi kami masyadong
Magaling mag-handle ng
but thank you.
Yeah.
This is, I guess a testament of just years of just doing our thing. I don't want to put any adjectives on just doing our thing, showing up to work, and showing up equipped, showing up ready, showing up and fulfilling the job, and then it's been a wild ride, and parang umiinit pa lang po kami, Dean Mel, but it's worth all the trouble, I would say.
And in the process,
Go ahead.
And in the process, Ogie and Regine, you inspire a lot of people. Ako personally, yung for example, yung kanta mo, Regine, yung tuwing umuulan, it's an inspiring song. Kanina lang nakikinig ako eh. Sabi ko, okay, I have to psych myself up kasi si Regine ngayon at saka si Ogie. And it's such an inspiring song. I'd like to ask both of you. Una ka, Regine, yung the process, your thought process, basta't kumakanta ka ng ganon na full of words, nagugunita mo ba yung words na yon? Do you imagine that things are happening in front of you regarding that song? What's your thought process sa mga kantang yan?
When I sing, para sa akin, it's also like acting because I do put myself into that situation so that singing is not just singing a melody and putting saying the words. For me, singing is telling a story. Each song has a particular story, so I have to be able to convey that so that my audience would feel yung emotion ng kanta. Na nakukuha mo yung loob nung audience mo. I mean, it's one thing that you're being watched and being able to get their attention. Kasi alam nyo, pag nagko-concert or kumakanta ka, that's the hardest to do, to get the audience attention. But it's another to also get yung feelings nila, yung nararamdaman nila yung kinakanta mo. It's another thing. Hindi lang yung attention nila, hindi lang yung full attention nila, but also they're feeling what the singer is feeling. So, and I like that whole process. Although it took me some time to actually learn that, and it took me many years and a lot of experience to be able to do that. Ayun, yun ang proseso ko bilang isang singer. I'm a storyteller.
Totoo ba yun, Regine? I read somewhere na nung bata ka, nung nag-uumpisa ka pa, you had to make somebody explain to you the stanza, ano bang dapat kong feeling dito, etc. Is that true?
Yes, because I started when I was 15, 16 years old. I was very, very young, and a lot of times yung mga kantang uso nung time na yon is Whitney Houston, Saving All My Love for You. Parang ko na, 16 years old, parang ko na maiintindihan yun. And I was also, hindi lang ako bata sa age, bata din yung pag-iisip ko kasi nakatira ako sa Bulacan, so talagang walang experience. So, the wife of my then manager, Ronnie Inares, si Ida Inares, used to explain to me kung the meaning and how it should feel for me when I'm singing it. And I think I'm a very good student kasi kung paano nila i-describe, that's how exactly how I would do it. So hindi ako mahirap turuan. So ayun.
Ang galing.
And then of course later on habang tumatanda ako, nagkakaroon na ako ng experience, I'm able na to do it. So plus nakakaintindi na ako ng English ng mga kapanahonan na yun.
Well, nung nakilala kita, ipinaramdam ko na sa iyo yung kailangan mong maramdaman.
Wow.
Talking about that, Ogie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Talking about that, Ogie, no? Yung mga kinakathamong mga kanta, no? Yung mga kinakathamong mga kanta, ang gaganda ng mga words, no? Talagang loaded.
Salamat.
Loaded talaga at may ibig sabihin, ano? Yung may inaasam-asam ka, may gusto kang makita, sana kasama kita, di ba? Yung parang gano'n. Paano dumadating sa'yo yon? Yung ba spontaneous o talagang may effort kang isipin yon? How does it?
Kasi nung kabataan niya, madami siyang girls.
Isang creator. Isang creator? What does it? Anong nasa
Hindi ako
utak
nadinig niya.
May sinasabi
Sabi ko, oo, nung kabataan niya, madami kasi siyang inspiration mga girls.
Ikaw naman. Hinahasa lang ako noon.
Wow.
Galing ka sumagot, ha?
I had to prepare myself for you. You know?
Wow. Grabe siya.
Din Mel, alam mo, well, to answer your question, I think lahat po ng sumusulat, no, kung ikaw man ay songwriter, kompositor o tagalikha ng poem or you know or even if you are like her, she's a singer who is a storyteller, you need to have a muse. Yan. In my case,
Ako ba yun? Ako yun?
oo, ikaw.
Hindi, ngayon na lang yun. Dati.
In my case, all of the things that I have written, lahat po ng naisulat ko po, hindi ko pwedeng imbentohin eh. So, hindi ko pwede siyang i-simulate yung emotion because then the feeling won't be authentic, it won't be real, it won't, in today's terms, organic. You know? Pag sinabi mong bakit ngayon ka lang,
O sino yun?
bakit ngayon kung kailan ang aking puso'y it's not something that you usually would say, but you question to someone, but you question yourself, diba? Bakit ngayon ka lang? Tinatanong, kinakausap mo yung sarili mo eh. Na, diba? So, it's sometimes, many times, it's a very introspective way of think of it as like para kang naglabas lang ng sama ng loob. O naglabas ka ng pinaka nararamdaman mo, and then it comes out in music and in lyrics, which to me is magical in many ways because especially when you're able to, kumbaga sa Tagalog, napukaw mo yung damdamin, no? Nung iyong nakikinig. And then they identify, they realize, yeah, that's me. Ako yan eh. Ako yung, bakit ba hindi ka nakilala ng ako yun eh. And during my time, which was, you know, the late 90s and the 2000s, that is how we used to speak. Of course, nowadays, the younger children, the younger songwriters, they speak kind of differently, but in essence, it's still the same. It's still the same emotion. They may use different terms, na ghost siya,
Yes.
Di ba yung mga ganyan
Oo.
klaseng mga... But it is the same. It is the same.
Oh,
We just expressed ourselves differently before.
Naku, aabangan ko yung mga susunod mong kanta. Baka meron kang ibang bago. Ano yan? Bakit ngayon ka lang? Alam ko na. Mahuhuli kita, dude.
Hindi, ang mga next song, ang tanging boss ko, asawa ko, yes lang ng yes,
Aabangan ko yung mga
under na under.
ako'y alipi, ako'y alipin ng pag-ibig, puro mga ganun lang.
Alam mo, Ogie, Regine, na-discover ko ng Secret of Marriage, Long-Lasting Marriage. Alam niyo kung ano yon? Kung may argumento, there are two sides. The husband side and the correct side.
Sino ang correct side?
Your marriage will last forever.
Amen. May mga picture ka dyan ng Beatles, Dean
Oo.
Mel. Mahilig ka talaga sa music.
Yes, mahilig ako sa music. Yan, ang paborito kong Beatles, George Harrison. Kayo, sinong paborito yung Beatles? Yes, George Harrison.
That's a hard question to ask. But I understand bakit gusto mo si George Harrison.
Ano yung sinulat ni George Harrison na
Ang
song?
dami-dami.
My Sweet Lord, Here Comes the Sun.
Oh, I love
Understated
that.
kasi yung kanya eh.
Oo.
I love Here Comes
But
the Sun.
melodically,
Here
ang
comes
ganda.
the
Siya yung siya yung naging girlfriend niya si Laila ba? Tama ba?
Laila Benitez?
Hindi, Laila. Na naging girlfriend din ni sino nga tong gitarista ng
Si
Cream?
Eric Clapton.
Si Eric Clapton.
Pareho.
But if you're gonna ask me, Paul McCartney ako kasi
Ako rin.
I mean, I'm sure ang daming John Lennon fans, no? Pero parang hindi ko mas personalidad ko yung Paul McCartney. Parang
Ganon.
feeling ko.
Ikaw, Regine.
That's just me.
Ikaw, Regine, sino sa Beatles?
Same. Kasi I love his melodies. And tsaka mas ma-love song siya eh. Si John Lennon, nung panahon na yun, woke na siya.
Meron din siya mga love song, pero malalim siya eh.
Malalim siya. Woke na nga siya nung panahon na yun.
Let It Be.
Tama.
Let It
Let
Be
It
Be.
or Yesterday.
Oh.
O ano dun sa dalawang yon?
Yesterday.
Ako rin,
Yesterday.
Pero
Sample nga.
yesterday is McCartney.
Sample nga,
diba?
sample.
Hindi. Gusto mo, mas gandahan pa namin.
Sige.
Dean Mel.
Mm.
Kakantahin ni Mrs. yung yesterday, tas itatranslate ko ng Tagalog na Batanggenyo. Gusto mo ganon?
May punto pa. Approve. Sige nga.
Sige, kantahin mo.
Yesterday,
Alay kahapon.
all my troubles seem so far
Ay lahat ng
away.
aking mga problema ay pagkakalayo.
Now it looks as though they're here to stay.
Ay ngayon ay parang siya'y nakapirmis na lang at hindi nagalaw.
Oh, I believe
Alay ako'y naniniwala.
in yesterday.
Ay dyan sa kahapon na iyan.
Suddenly.
Ay bigla na lang. Pasensya na din mo.
I'm not half the man I used to be.
Ay ano?
Mahirap. I'm not half the man I used to be.
Ay ako'y bigla na lang naging mananangga.
Yan. Ba't nagkaroon naman ng
Ay syempre half the man I used to be nahati ang katawan. No, but seriously, that is voted to be the most beautiful pop song ever.
Yes. Ang galing talaga.
Yesterday,
Such
all
a
my
beautiful
troubles seem so far away.
Ganda.
Now it looks as though they're here to stay.
Kaya lang hindi natin kinakanta.
I believe.
Dapat
Kasi
kantahin nyo.
niloloko natin eh. In yesterday. Beautiful song.
Yung
Beautiful.
basta, andain nyo ng naging concert, no, siguro. Talagang tens. No, dahil na concert. Ano pa ba na ang katangian ng isang concert na gusto nyo pang gawin? Di ba? Kasi, obviously, minsan parang pare-pareho lang eh. Pero, is there anything else that you want to do in a concert?
Yung asawa ko, madam, you know, my wife has really, really wild ideas of a concert. Ako kasi pag nag-concert, kahit ako lang tsaka piano, okay na eh. Dinadaan ko lang sa patawa. But my wife, because she's very beautiful and
Wow.
when she stands on stage, kita mo, Dinmel, you're learning, ha?
Getting tips.
You know, she ang ganda niya kasing panoorin sa entablado eh. And she has many ideas of how to, you know, how to weave songs together, how to make special arrangements, how to dress up the stage. And she and her sister, yung manager po niya, ang galing nila mag-collaborate into, and of course her directors, which is usually Ruel Santiago or Paolo Valenciano. You know, just to kumaga execute their ideas on stage, and it's really magical when you watch her concerts. So,
Oh, thank you, honey.
ako magaling din naman ako, pero
You are great. No, alam mo, honey, your voice now is so beautiful, at saka yung technique mo iba na. Meron kang mga sabi ko, paano ginagawa ng mga head tone? Normally kasi yung lalaki wala namang head tone, but you are a great performer.
Thank you.
Plus you're pogi.
Nax.
Oh, wow.
Pogi.
Iba kasi kami din, because I'm a songwriter and she's just, basically a singer. So I really just, ang bida sa mga concert ko talaga yung maawitin ko eh. So it just a different experience. But of course, when we're together, we combine those two, and that's really exciting. Now, to answer your question, I haven't answered your question. For me, a dream concert would be like a really huge collaborative effort where we're just on stage and people are just coming in and out on stage. Biglang pumasok si Ray Valera, biglang pumasok si Joe Marchan, biglang pumasok si Moira De La Torre, biglang pumasok si Victor Wood boy pa yun. Biglang pumasok si Tirso Cruz III. I mean, you know, just people coming in and out and unannounced and
But
just,
you did that already.
yeah, but unannounced. This time yung talagang,
Yeah.
you know.
But you did that kind of concept na. Ako siguro, when I was younger, I had so many ideas. Nowadays kasi, I love to sing. I still love doing concerts. I love performing and inspiring people. Pero nowadays, parang I still have, you know, concepts and ideas that I want to do. But basically, pinapabayaan ko na yung pagdidirect dun sa talagang nagdidirect. Pinapabayaan ko na. Hindi na ako masyadong pakailamera. Hindi na ako masyadong control freak.
Alam mo din, Mel, I would,
Kasi-
I don't know if you're this way,
But
but every time we're preparing for a concert, it's almost as if you're already watching yourself perform. So nakikita mo na agad. And it's as if God gives you this,
idea.
all these ideas. It's like,
In my head, it's like a video.
yeah, it's happening already.
It's
So
already
that,
happening.
yeah, so that when you already start meeting, na-explain mo, gusto ko ganito
Ako,
mangyari.
oo, ganun.
Yeah.
Ako nga, nung bata ako, hindi pa natatapos yung concert, may idea na ako for the next.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not like that anymore. Yeah, I'm not like that anymore. Maybe because my priorities have changed.
Yeah. Ako na ang priority mo ngayon.
Yes
diba?
naman. Pag babae pala ganoon. Pag babae pala ganoon, pagka nagkaroon ka na ng family, nag-iiba yung focus mo. So, kasi before, wala eh. Yun lang ang focus ko, yung career ko lang. Wala naman akong jowa nun. So, yun lang talaga yung focus ko, yung ano yung next concert, ganun. But nowadays, not so much anymore. But I'm happy that I was able to do all those things before. I was given the opportunity and I was able to work with a lot of people and make my dreams, you know, the things that I think of, yung mga concept na nasa isip ko, became reality because of these people that I work with. So I'm very, very blessed.
Let's go back nung araw, ano, yung nung nag-i-struggle kayo to be successful. Nararamdaman nyo ba na eto na, magiging hit na yung ano, kanta kong ito, magiging hit na yung bakit ngayon ka lang? Did you ever feel that way na it's there, and lapit-lapit na? And when it finally came, how did you feel?
Mine was very difficult. My start was, I was very young. I started joining amateur singing contest when I was 6 years old. And it took me so long until I joined ang Bagong Kampiyon, which was in 1984. And then I recorded one song under Octo Arts. And then I thought, yun na yun, kasi parang nakapasok ka na. Hindi pa rin. It took so long. And then, finally, my former manager, Ronnie Nares, saw me in one of Penthouse Live. And then, yun nga, inalok niya akong maging manager niya. Pero hindi pa rin. Kahit may album na ako nun sa Viva, I had 1 hit, I had 2 hits, wala pa rin. Parang hindi pa rin ako makakapag-concert na mapupuno ko yung venue. The only time na talagang ano yung career ko, nag-blossom yung aking career was in 1999 ba? 1999 when I won the Asia Pacific Singing Contest.
Yeah.
Hindi,
It was-
1991 yun.
Hindi, 1989. I'm sorry. 1989.
Mali
Bago
ako.
mag-90s.
Doon mo kinanta yung You'll Never Walk Alone.
Yes.
Yeah, I
oo.
saw that.
And then I won. And apparently it was such a big deal. I didn't realize. Kasi
Hindi ba yan
parang
I Am
Asia
Telling You ang
Pacific.
kinanta mo?
Kinanta ko rin yan. It was Asia Pacific, so kasaling Australia. Madaming nag-join. And I was very young that time. And I remember, yung mga musicians kasi sa Hong Kong po ginawa. Karamihan sa kanila Pilipino. And they were questioning why ako yung representative ng Philippines. Kasi normally...
Bagito ka kasi.
Bagito ako. Normally, they would send either Ivy Violan, na nandyan na talaga, star na, and Dulce, and the other guys. And so, they were questioning, bakit yan? Kaming dalawa ng tatay ko yung magkasama. And then, but, I won.
Yeah.
And so, I came back home. In 1990, tamang-tama, nag-concert ako sa Araneta Coliseum and it was full pack. It was sold out. So
Wow.
that is the beginning.
Ang galing.
Pero matagal po. Hindi kagaya ngayon na pag nanalo ka sa contest, yung meron ka kaagad ASAP. Kasi,
Yes.
kumbaga, ipopromote ka ng stasyon, meron
Correct.
kang backing ka agad ng stasyon. Nung araw po, pag nanalo kayo ng contest, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Contest lang to eh. Nanalo ka na, so ikaw na bahala sa life mo. Ganun siya. So,
Wow.
but maybe that's one of the reasons why I also appreciate everything that I have and everything na naabot ko because I had such a hard time. Yung process matagal at mahirap for me. At saka mahirap lang kasi kami. So, nagbabas kami ng tatay ko. Umabot kami sa point na sinasanla na ng nanay ko yung wedding ring niya.
Oh my-
Kasi
talaga?
wala kaming pamasahe. Yeah, it was a hard beginning for me and for my family. And they just really wanted to support me, so they did everything so that I'd be able to be a singer and have my dreams come true, and in return I'd be able to help them because I want to. Gusto kong maitaguyod yung pamilya ko kasi ayokong ma-experience ng mga kapatid ko yung mahirap. Ganun siya. Ayun po yung start ko.
Alright, okay. Sandali lang, Ogie, I'll ask you something, pero magagap mo muna tayo, mga kapatid. Hindi lang po, sandali lang. Okay, mga kapatid, patuloy po tayo sa pag-i-interview natin kay Regine at saka kay Ogie. Panoorin niyo po ito.
with me.
Wow, ganda. Ogie, saan ba inuhugot
Yeah.
yung kantang yon?
Oh, well, that particular song wasn't. It's both very hard and quite easy to write because my father passed away during this pandemic, and I had to honor him, you know, with with all the wonderful things that he has done for me. And what better way for me to honor my father than with the very gift that God gave me, and that is to write a song. So, unfortunately, my dad wasn't able to hear it, but I am sure, as the song says, he's hearing me from heaven and singing with me. You know, my dad, pagka nagko-concert po kasi ako, Dean Mel, I would always look for my parents, and then I would look for my dad more specifically kasi matapang ang apog doon eh. And he would just sing with me all the time, and I don't know, I like doing it because I know he likes doing it, but people respond to it so well also. They like watching it, and
Oh, but honey,
Yeah.
if you see his face, he is always so proud when you do that, when you ask him to sing. with
yeah, I actually have a
you.
lot of
Always
footage
so
of it.
proud. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the new songs that I'm writing. Actually, meron akong inedit na video. Kaya lang hindi ko pa na-finalize. But I might release this song next year on Father's Day.
Wow,
Just
that's
so,
great. That's great.
Yeah.
Ogie,
Thank you.
mabalik
Yeah.
ako dun sa tanong ko kay Regine kanina, no? Ngayon, nakikita mo nandyan na ang YouTube, nandyan na ang Facebook, nandyan na yung Twitter. Alam mo, yung struggles na ginagawa nyo noon, no, ni Regine at saka mo, no? Yung haba, yung length of time na talagang effortful, yung... Ngayon, makapatok ka lang sa isang YouTube, you have so many viewers,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
But at times it's just so fleeting, so short-lived, no? How lucky are singers now, and how not lucky are they, in a sense? Because
It's a
of all the
double-edged
social
sword,
media,
isn't
no?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, really. I would say they are quite fortunate that because of the many platforms that are available to them, and as long as kasi mapapansin mo naman din, Mel, the ones that are, you know, heavily viewed most of the time, I would say, are the ones that do quality work
Yeah.
and good. So for you to be able to sustain that, just keep doing good work. Unfortunately, there are also some some content which are kind of questionable. But then, I guess that's because of free will. Bahala tayo kung anong gusto natin. I think what all these social media platforms has done is it just leveled the playing field altogether, diba? So that, and then genres are like really marginalized, diba? So that, oh, mahilig ka ba sa rock, sa comedy, sa ganyan, talagang doon ka lang manonood. Like for me, ako nanonood ako sa'yo. You know, I like listening to your insights. I like watching basketball stuff and all that. My wife likes watching. You know what you like? You like watching
What?
mga Superman, mga Star Wars, mga Marvel, mga
sa
ganyan.
YouTube.
You
Sa
know,
YouTube.
all these content is good. But as far as the artist is concerned, the problem there is, and I think the unfortunate side there is that when it comes to live performance, it really takes so much of honing that craft. You know, that person-to-person thing.
Correct.
Kami, we used to sing in nightclubs almost on a weekly basis just to be able to how to interact. Pag may nambabastos sa'yo,
And
pag may
also-
lasing, yung mga ganong
And
klase.
also, it trains you. It trains your voice. Mas nade-develop siya. Kasi ang pinakamaganda pong teacher talaga is experience. Yung being able to perform. No one can really teach you. They can teach you mga guidelines or techniques on how to sing, but it's different when you are the one talaga performing on stage live. And also that's how you get your your audience. Ganun yung kasi po kami nung araw, pareho kami, kumanta kami sa restaurant, kumanta kami sa mga bars. Nadidiscover
Sa mga mall, walang katapusang
walang
mall.
katapusan na mall. So,
Mga baratilyo.
yes, and your audience, nag-uumpisa ng maliit, lumalaki dahil doon. Bumabalik sila ng bumabalik dahil gusto kanilang makita. So, nade-develop din yung audience mo. And in return, they stay with you until naging successful ka na, hanggang tumanda ka na. It's the same people. And then hopefully meron ka na ring mga batang nakadiscover na rin sa'yo because of the mga other platforms that we have now. Meron ka na ring mga younger. Yun yung I guess anong tawag sa ganun? Yung
Legacy ba?
hindi legacy, yung parang kasi nauna tayo, anong tawag doon? Yun yung edge natin, yung advantage natin.
Alam mo, tatanong ko nga sa inyo to, no? Yung, we have so many talents dito sa Pilipinas. And yet we see Korea, no? Just out there. Korea, nandiyan ang BTS, Army na nga ako ngayon Pati ako na.
That's cool.
Nandiyan ang BTS, di ba? And yung mga words nila, yung Anyon Song, Kamsamnida, dinadala rin nila, no? Yung what a remarkable situation, no? What do you think? I'm sure kaya natin mga Pinoy yun. And yet, ano sa tingin yung kulang? Nagkulang sa atin doon?
Oh, okay. To answer that question, we need to kind of qualify that answer. No? Actually, there are groups who are making a dent in the world scene. No? Obviously, not as big as BTS as of yet. The reason I think that na talagang maganda ang naging resulta ng case of Korea is because the government was really very helpful, no, to the music industry.
Yes.
They got all the support they needed. And the
Hindi,
government,
at saka sa Korea, bawal magpatugtog ng foreign.
yes.
There was a time you cannot hear a foreign song over the radio. It's forbidden.
Yeah, they realized that talagang napakalaki po ng
Potential.
ng role, no, ng arts and
That's correct.
culture
Yes.
sa nation building. I know those are big words, no, but
It's true though.
and it's the same case here. However, the movement is coming from on ground. You know, it's from the artists themselves, and that's why actually Dean Mel, in fairness naman to the government, like kami I am the president kasi po of OPM, no? So we have been lobbying and lobbyists din po kami, although it's not part of our mandate, no, but we already have spoken to many leaders, and as we speak right now, we're gaining some ground and getting some headway into really realizing them. Like for example, the formation of an arts and culture organization, no, that will centralize and oversee all of these things, because I think the government realizes it also. It's just that marami din sila sigurong prioridad, no, sa panahong ito, but
Tama naman.
dadating tayo dyan.
Yeah. Tama naman yon. And I think the government naman is just also doing its best, no? Nakikinig sa mga
Yes.
artists. No?
Yes.
I think they're
Yes,
doing
that's
their
true.
bit. So, ang susunod na tanong ko sa inyo, what's the normal life of Regine and Ogie like? Anong on a day-to-day basis, what do you do? Before the pandemic, after the pandemic, anong ginagawa niyo? Naglalaro ba kayo ni Scrabble? Scrabble, dama, chess, whatever.
Kami, yung anak ko, yung bunso ko, ayan, tinuturuan ko mag-chess. Noong pong simula nung pandemic, kasi pinabalik po namin ang aming household help sa kanilang mga pamamahay.
Because they also have their own
Dahil
families.
may mga pamilya
syempre.
sila, and then we did not want them to be stuck in the lockdown dito po sa amin kasi baka ma-miss nila yung mga pamilya nila. So, kami lang po nandito. So, we were able to. It was hard, but actually, ang saya-saya namin nun eh.
It was a good experience, especially for me, because I'm the one cooking, cleaning, you know.
At ako,
Nagrereklamo.
maaga kami
You
magising. Siyempre, ako naglalakad dun sa mga aso, and then ako sa labada. At yung mga anak ko nakahilata lang.
Ganda. No, but it was during that time, kasi kami po hindi kami madalas mag-away, pero this year parang ang dami nating away, no? I guess because
Madaming beses mo ako inaaway?
hindi naman.
Hindi.
Parang I guess we were both like stressed out. I was stressing out about the household work. So I kind of snap on him, you know, those things. But then looking back, it was fun. I'm happy I was able to really take care of my family, you know, and I love cooking. I love to cook anyway, so I love to take care of my family. So, pero ito kasi wala talagang tumutulong. So, it was nice. But the regular, nung they're able na to come back, yung regular day namin, actually, nagtatrabaho po kami. A lot of times, nagre-recording dito sa bahay.
Yeah, we could see you.
Oo. So, we were very blessed kasi madami pa rin po kaming work. Tapos, nag-aasap kami. Yun lang yung nilalabas namin talaga, nag-studio. But the others, although the other performances, puro online po. So, karamihan ng times, that's what we do. My husband is... minsan siya po yung nagte-text sa akin, tapos minsan ako naman yung magte-text sa kanya. Kanya-kanya. Ganon, kami nag-iilaw, mag-set up lahat. Yun ang yun, sa ngayong itong taon na ito na marami kaming natutuhan. Gawin.
And yet, no, I heard, Ogie, no, you ramified into some business ventures, di ba? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, actually nasimulan po namin itong business na ito around 3 to 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah.
But we were not able to go full steam dahil we were waiting for our certification sa FDA, yung CPR. And finally, we had it. And it just parang nag-timing nung pandemic. So ngayong pandemic, we were able to go full blast. So now we are serving Robinsons, and then we are now in SNR. We are also online. And
Tsaka halos nationwide na, no?
yes,
halos.
nationwide. And our product is called Green Food Gourmet Tuyo and Smoked Bangus. They have it. And yung pong tuyo namin comes in 2 variants. Meron pong hot and spicy, and the other one is gourmet tuyo. This is all in olive oil. Filleted po yan.
Healthy food.
The bangus, yes, the bangus is also filleted and it is smoked. So, ito pong, so from the fisherman po,
ng Iloilo,
papunta po sa factory namin hanggang sa pagde-deliver, yan po ay fresh at makakasiguro po kayo na malinis po yan. Properly filleted.
Yeah, kasi po yung amin pong tuyo, pagkagaling sa dagat, pagkahuli, dinadry na siya kaagad.
Okay.
So, it's, tapos pagka-dry, bottle na kaagad siya. Bottle na. So, kumbaga, ano siya.
Niluluto, syempre.
Oo, niluluto syempre. Pero, ibig sabihin, sanitary talaga siya. It's, yung quality talaga maganda. Plus, we use, for the 100 grams, corn oil. And for
Corn
the
oil,
200 grams, we use olive oil.
Wow,
So,
very healthy food. And that's very good, no? Kasi yung ibang mga performers, ibang mga artista, sometimes they find themselves at a dead end, no? So what am I going to do? Basta wala na, no? Kung hindi nila na-sustain. And that's another gift for you, no? It's what can you say, di ba?
Oh, I've always been some sort of an entrepreneur. Bata pa ako, ganyan talaga ako. I have several businesses actually, but this one is probably one of the biggest ones. I also have a restaurant and all that. But just to give you a little history kung paano po namin na-develop to, yung aming pong kaibigan, yung aming backup singer, si Sushi Reyes. Ito po ay hobby lang niya, no?
yeah.
Biniregaluhan niya kami nitong gourmet tuyo at gourmet bangus na napakasarap until we actually coaxed her and asked her, but di ba gawing negosyo yan? So she formed her own business and then she also had a little bit a restaurant, di ba, at the time. And then she asked us, would you want to partner with us and make it bigger? So
Yeah.
eto na kami, pumasok na kami and said,
In the
sure.
beginning, it was such a small ano lang eh.
Like a backyard mom and pop,
ang
you know.
ang liit-liit lang. We couldn't even sometimes deliver to the grocery stores kasi wala tayong stock, di ba? But now, may factory na po kami sa Iloilo. Everything is being done there.
Wow.
Clean. So, yan.
Wow. Ang sarap niyan. Makatikim na.
Papadala kita, Dean Mel. That's
Oo
why
nga, papadala na.
you need to send me your address and give me your
You will love it. It's
your
really good.
honest opinion on the taste and of course. And you have to join the Tuyo Challenge because we have the Tuyo Challenge which kailangan yung panoorin sa Instagram.
Okay.
Alam mo, we launched the Tuyo Challenge yesterday on TikTok. Today, we already have 1.1 million views. So,
At marami nang
at
nag-join.
marami na nagpapadala. So, the Tuyo Challenge is on.
Madadagdag na ako dyan today. Pero dito, Ogie, tsaka Regine, meron rin kaming The Dean Mel Challenge.
Okay.
Okay. Ito paggagawa namin sa inyo, no? Ito ang gagawin natin. Magpa-flash kami ng photos. Just tell us the story behind it. Behind it. Caption them, no? Okay, ito. Photo numero 1. Ayan. Anong nangyayari dyan?
So, yung nasa gitna, yan yung...
Manggugupit.
We had him tested that day. Ito po yung kauna-unahang beses naming magpagupit ng anak ko. So, kasing haba na ng buhok namin. So, this was that day na nakapagpagupit kami.
Tsaka meron kang ano yan, yung...
Steaming.
Steaming. Para...
Kompleto.
Siyempre, nagpapatinad.
Ito.
funny.
Picture numero 2. Ayun, may pakwan.
Ano ba to? Kailan ba to, honey?
Di ko alam ko anong ginagawa ako dyan. Parang...
Parang may binibilang ka dyan, ha?
No, that was my birthday and you're trying to prepare something. This was my birthday.
May naayos akong
And he's trying
menu.
to make something so that I don't have to cook. Parang ganyan.
Bait naman.
Yeah.
Sweet, how sweet.
Yeah.
Ito.
Sweet.
Numero 3 na picture.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Okay. Yeah, so
Photo.
ito yung
Photo.
one of...
Yeah.
Well, that was Regine's video.
Music
So,
video.
So, syempre, bawal noon. I had to do a lot of the camera work that day. So,
Yeah.
yun.
Oo.
Ganda,
Nag-shoot
galing.
Nag-shoot po kami ng TVC dito, na kaming dalawa lang. Nag-shoot kami ng MTV, na kaming dalawa lang. And he did everything for me, so I'm very
Wow.
grateful.
Wow.
Yes.
So, Ogie, that's another talent, no? Itong pagkakalikot ng mga computer, ng mga camera. May tiyaga ka rin doon.
Well, I've always been, alam mo kasi, Dean Mel, since musician ako, kailangan, alam mo, like, nung panahon, nung 90s, wala naman kaming, hindi mo pa mapapatugtog ang synthesizer mo sa computer eh. No? Ang communication nila is through MIDI. So, bata pa lang ako, mahilig na ako magkakalikot ng mga ganyan. So, it really is second nature to me. I also like photography and I'm a mass comm student in UP, Diliman. I studied all of this. So, kung baga, we had training also in school.
So, ngayon nagagamit mo na.
Yun nga, actually.
Galing.
It's just come full circle, no? I realized, nga pala, graduate nga pala ako ng mass comm. So, most of the shows, it was parang, I didn't have to learn it. Kasi ginagawa na namin.
Eto, numero 4. Ayan. Uy, bata ka si Regine dyan.
This was probably
Naka-stripes pa.
19...
May
That
paddings
was
pa
just
yung
2 years
shoulders
ago.
mo.
Yeah.
Siguro 89. You know, I know this.
2 years ago lang po to.
You know, Dean Mel, front act ako dyan eh.
Sa concert
Sa concert ni Ding Dong Avanzado. I was the front act. I remember wearing that green shirt and yellow jacket.
This was the first time we've ever
And
met.
these guys are my barkada. They're called
I
the
see.
Men in
Yeah,
Music.
men in music. Oh.
And then Regine was one of the main guests of Ding Dong at that time. So we had the picture. This is probably 1987.
Ayan.
87.
Yeah.
Wow.
First time
Oh,
namin
such,
mag-meet.
Oh, wow.
May crush
First
na ako
time.
sa kanya
So,
noon eh.
Wow.
Ay, wow. Approve. Okay, next picture please. Ay, ito ba si Nate?
Sinet, oo. Ayan, and during lockdown yan, and he's having breakfast. I guess tinatamad siya, so kaya nakahiga siya. habang nagbe-breakfast.
Ang
He's
cute
funny.
naman, ang cute.
Yeah. Yeah, he's so
Okay, last photo please. Ay,
Oh no!
anong shot nyo dyan?
Okay, ganito po yan. May inorderan po kasi ako na online store. So, the picture on the left, yan yung nakita kong picture. So, inaasahan ko po na isang malaking donut ang dadating sa bahay ko. Pero ang dumating yung maliit na yan.
Tapos nakita ko siya, pinagpipilitan niyang pagkasyahin yung sarili
So,
niya.
ano po yan? Expectation versus reality yan.
Pinicturean ko siya. Tawang-tawa kasi ako. Tapos after nun, hindi namin alam kung paano niya tatanggalin yun.
Hindi na
And then the
matanggal.
picture on the right, si Mrs. naman ordered this pot na kala niya pagkalaki-laki.
Yung pala,
eh,
liit lang.
Wow. Ang ganda, ang ganda. Okay. Wow, Ogie and Regine, it was a pleasure having you today. Maraming salamat talaga. And for all those aspiring singers and performers in the Philippines, no, you are the epitome of complete chemistry and success. What can you tell them? What is your advice to them? Regine.
Ako, I always say this actually, you need to be passionate with whatever it is you want to do with your life. Kung gusto mo maging writer, maging doktor, kailangan nandun talaga yung passion mo. Para gustong-gusto mo yung ginagawa mo. Kasi di po ba pagka gustong-gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, ginagalingan mo talaga eh. Di ba? As opposed to yung parang, okay na. Meron talagang, like ako, bata pa lang ako, this is what I wanted to do. At the age of 6, I wanted to be a singer. I want to entertain people. So, ito po yung ginagawa ko. And now that I'm older, it's not anymore about fame. It's not anymore about kung magkano yung kikitain. It's more about I'm able to inspire other singers. So it's wonderful. I'm enjoying my position, kung saan man po yung position ko in the industry now. So for them to just put passion in whatever it is you want to do, and just keep doing it. Like sabi nga ng asawa ko, you have to show up. You have to keep showing up.
Yeah.
You need to be professional. You need to be ready. Pag kailangan kang mag-aral ng kanta, keep learning. Kami, sa tanda namin, sa tagal namin sa industriya, we are still learning. We are still open to new things, and try to experiment a little bit or try new things. So, ayun po.
Wow. Ogie?
Well, I was gonna say show up. Those are, I think I really summed it in 2 words, show up. Ibig sabihin, may show so you have to show up, diba? So, and showing up doesn't just mean you're just showing up. You gotta show up prepared, show up in spite of all the conditions. You need to be there and conditioned, to
Perform.
and prepare and perform. So live with the results, diba? Show up and live with the results. So maganda yung sinabi ng asawa ko, never stop learning. It really is a never learning, and you never stop learning. So I think that's really part of the journey, and it makes it more wonderful. I mean, who would have known after so many years in the business? Now we have to contend with things like TikTok and it's just like mind blowing. It makes you feel uncomfortable, diba? But then, why do you want to be in a comfort zone all the time? You need to be shaken a bit and just, okay, let's try it. Let's try if this will work. So, yeah, when you stop learning, then tapos na.
Yeah.
Wow, well said, both of you. Again, Regine, Ogie, thank you very much. It was a pleasure, an honor, and surely a joy for all of us. Simply a joy for all of us, for both of you to be with us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
also.
you.
God bless you, and Merry Christmas, everybody.
We are so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye!
Ayan, mga kapatid. Down to earth, intelligent, very expressive, humble, but famous. That's how they carry their fame, no? A sense of humor, a sense of humility, and a sense of groundedness sa buhay nila. Just like ordinary people like us, no? Walang ere, walang kahit ano. Just as Ogie and Regine said, just show up. Just show up, and you will be good.